Hi everyone, this is meowmurai. Let's check out Castlevania Dominus Collection running on PC. Now this game is also available on the Switch and PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 as well. I did not see it on the Xbox store, but that doesn't mean it's not there. I just didn't see it at the time that I looked for it. Anyway, let's check this out. So this is going to contain Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, Portrait of Ruin, and Dawn of Sorrow, which were the the DS iterations of these games. It also includes the original Haunted Castle, and I guess they're doing a remix of the original Haunted Castle, because quite frankly, this is not a good game. I've got galleries to unlock for each of the games, and then music. Looks like you can earn that. Make a playlist if you want. And as far as settings go, there is not much here, strangely enough. Order of Ecclesia, we have a couple of different language versions, and then Portrait of Ruin and Dawn of Sorrow, same language options, minus the Korean version. Whatever reason, Order of Ecclesia is the only version that has the Korean settings. On PC, you can set your A and B to be cancel or OK, or switch them around if you're used to the Nintendo-style layout. We can have left stick move the cursor, control the character, or touch the cursor. I will go ahead and control the game with the D-pad, so I will leave the left stick to touch the cursor. And then the screen refresh is set to VSync or timer. I don't even know what that means, so we'll leave it on VSync. Default is timer, but we'll put on a VSync. I imagine that this is because the original games were running on the DS, and obviously those games don't refresh at the same sort of rate that a modern display would. And that's it. Like, I don't even have an option to play in full screen. This plays on a window by default, and you have to hit Alt Enter to even get it into full screen mode. And at the very top, you can see there's a little line up there. This is what it is, I suppose. Maybe there's individual options in each game. I guess we'll find out. Let's check out Haunted Castle first before we dive into the main games. And again, we won't be playing these all through in this video. We'll go through and have individual playthroughs of each game. But I just wanted to cover this, the very basics, in case folks are curious about this, looking at the quality. Alright, so let's look at the original game. Haunted Castle. Not so great. Left trigger opens up the pause menu. Okay. Left trigger rewinds. How do I insert coin? Start? Okay, start inserts coin? Right, Name Lace is good so far. I've actually played this quite a bit. Yeah, really great animation, especially considering the time. And this is not the original game, right? I mean, this actually came out after the NES games. But, to capitalize on the popularity, they had an arcade version. But, yeah, it's incredibly stiff controls. The difficulty is pretty ridiculous. Like even see the stage on the lower left there? It's even covered up by the scenery. I'm actually surprised to see this on here as part of this collection. I just assumed that Konami wanted to forget that this thing ever existed. like I said, it's not good. Even as an arcade game, it's doesn't quite meet the quality standards. But that animation is awful nice, isn't it? Yeah, still terrible. I don't know anybody who really likes this game. I mean, I said it's a piece of Castlevania history, but it's not good. Alright, let's see what this is revisited. I think this was PSP or Vita? I want to say Vita. But it might be PSP. It kind of has a PSP look to it. Yeah, thankfully a vastly different game. But this is, you know, an arcade-style game, back when Castlevania was still doing regular action games instead of the adventure games, you know, the Metroid-style games that we sort of know them for today. But yeah, this used to be the standard Castlevania. Yeah, it's interesting it still tries to retain the arcade style of gameplay, you know? So it's still kind of a little stiff. But it is a vast improvement over the original game, which, you know, quite frankly is not exactly hard to do to make that game, make a game better than the original. Yeah, listen, it's cool. I don't know if this is the thing that people would want from this collection, but it is kind of a nice bonus. So yeah, this is more of a, you know, just part of history of Castlevania, but not a good game. This is better, although I don't know if I'd still consider it a good game. Alright, so we'll go down the list. Order of Ecclesia, Portrait of Ruin, and Dawn of Sorrow. I think these are in reverse order. I don't remember. Okay, so you're allowed to rewind in this game as well. This is in English. Right. Obviously, there's some scaling going on here. Let's see if we have options here. All right. So we've got, you know, since this was a DS game, we've got a couple different screen layouts we can do. You know, this would obviously be closer to the original. We'll do the defaults and see how that works out exactly. And then looks like we can save anywhere. Right, use right stick and right trigger for touch controls. You can also use the mouse, since we're playing the PC version. I was wondering how they're going to do this, since these were all dual screen games.
Returning to life time and again since the ancient Middle Ages, the evil Lord Dracula
yeah, they'll just put the screen on a different part of the screen. They'll put the extra screen on another part of the screen.
The Belmont clan fought him in the shadows, wielding the holy whip.
Yeah, and then we can control this with the left stick, move it around the screen.
Darkness, securing prosperity. But early in the 19th century, having lost their ability to resist the darkness, those in positions of power at the time began to search for new ways to counter Dracula. Our organization, Ecclesia, was born then as one of those countermeasures. Many organizations were established with the same goal, and day after day, they conducted their studies diligently. But each was dissolved.
I think most of us are surprised that
to produce satisfactory results.
the collection came out.
That was when Barlow, the
and
leader of Ecclesia,
also being a day one drop.
made a surprising breakthrough that could stand up against Dracula.
And a day one drop for all the systems, not just the Switch. Who's there? Figures. Serves me right for trying to scare you. Albus. Apparently, I didn't hide my presence very well at all. Good to see you, Shinoa. What are you doing here? Well, this is our home, after all. Where else would I be? No, it's not that. Aren't you on a mission? Yes, but I wanted to make sure things were okay here. Any news worth sharing? Well, Barlow chose me as the bearer, actually. We're about to start the ritual, so my body can be a vessel for Dominus. What did you say? Dominus? You? That's right. This is an outrage. Barlow lied to me. Lied? I'm supposed to be the bearer. He promised me that much. But the master said you... What? What did he tell you? That you're unfit to be the bearer. Huh? He would never say such a thing. But Albus... I'm sorry. It's time. I have to go. Wait, Shinoa. You don't understand. You're wrong. I'm as much of a member of Ecclesia as you are. Our sole purpose is to destroy Dracula, so people can look to dawn without fearing the darkness. Am I wrong, Albus? That isn't... For that reason, I will become Dominus, the blade to banish all evil. Shinoa! Alright, we got some nice smooth scrolling. Again, I was a little worried that the scrolling would be kind of funky, since the DS refresh rate is, well, it wasn't 60 frames, for sure. How could he? Orders may be orders, Barlow, but I am holding you to your promise. Shinoa, as you know, only you can become the bearer of the Dominus. Yes, Grandmaster. However, it is nearly impossible to control its power, even for you. The purpose of this ritual is to make sure your body will not reject the Dominus. Yes, sir, but when it's over, That's right, Shinoa. You will be able to wield our most powerful glyph, Dominus, which Ecclesia created as the ultimate weapon against Dracula. It is time, Shinoa. Time for you to become the world's new savior. The scaling is actually pretty good. Again, it's such low resolution, it was kind of hard to tell what would happen with the emulation. But I think it's good. What's going on? Ah! You, who are... What's the meaning of this? Albus, you know how crucial the ritual is. You lied to me. Albus, I was to be the bearer. You promised me. We each have a role. You have your part to play, but today is not your moment. Above all else, Shinoa is the only one who can bear the Dominus. You know that as well as I do. But I was ready to do whatever it takes. I was ready to work together, all three of us. Perhaps we still can. Together, we will overcome this setback as well. It's too late. Tell me, Albus, what do you intend to do with the Dominus? You said it yourself. Each one of us has a role. And, like a fine master, you've finally shown me what mine must be. Don't be stupid, Albus. What are you planning? I will be taking the Dominus. Be rational. Without that glyph, our mission is a failure. Dracula's vessel. I have my own mission. Ah! You are my master no longer. Farewell, Barlow. Several weeks pass. Your training regimen shall soon conclude. Yes, Grandmaster. We dominate the power residing in all things, great and small, to forge glyphs through Ecclesia's secret art, and so we gain the strength to save mankind. Absorb the glyph before you, if you would. You can absorb the glyph on the screen by pressing and holding up. Absorbing it grants the glyph and 10 hearts. A rapier glyph. A rapier glyph? Just so. And now you see. Absorb glyph, and you shall know its kind. That is your gift. It's yours and yours alone. Yes, Grandmaster. My poor child. It is a pity that you need to relearn all of this. But now's not the time to feel sorry. Let's continue the lesson. I have so much to teach you. Yes, Grandmaster. That glyph. Direct its power towards your arms. Open the menu with hamburger and select glyphs. Then set the glyph to both X and Y. So armed, you can wield glyphs against your foes. Imagine I am one of them and strike. Press X or Y to attack with your assigned glyph. Glyph attacks consume MP, which recover with time. Alternate X and Y for combos. Your memories may have fled, but not your instinct. Use it to master the next technique. Now meld the glyphs in both your arms for a glyph union. Glyph unions can be very powerful techniques. Press up and X or Y to form a glyph union. Good. Now your final test. I will admit it is not very much by the book, but time is a luxury we don't have. Once you feel ready, step into the next room. Yes, Grandmaster. From the abyss, I summon your enemies. Use everything you've learned to stand your ground. Show me that you still have it in you. So ends your basic training. Now advance. Game Boy Advance? Shinoa, I expected nothing less. Thank you, Grandmaster. And now your mission must begin at once. Recover the supreme glyph, Dominus. My pupil has it. Albus is his name. Albus. Does that name stir your memory by chance? No, Grandmaster. And what about your emotions? Still nothing? No, nothing. That day we lost everything. We were robbed of your memories and your heart. But we lost so much more. We lost our only hope to defeat Dracula. The ritual. There was a man. That man was Albus. Albus. I shall remember that name. He coveted your power and your fate, but the Dominus was yours alone to bear. Had I explained my reasoning to him, perhaps... But no time now for wishes or regrets. With the Dominus we can save the world from nothing less than Dracula himself. Retrieve it, and we'll burn him back to dust. There's nothing else that's ever mattered more. I shall be done, Grandmaster. Or it shall be done, Grandmaster. You truly are a blessing on us all. Only you can fulfill the destiny of our order. Albus has not reappeared since the incident. Probably because he is incapable of wielding the power of the Dominus. No other flesh than yours can absorb and host the glyph. Understood. But Albus is a great scientist. He will find a way to use it, eventually. Time is against us. I have an idea where his hideout might be. Go there now before his trail grows cold, and take back the glyph. Understood. Wait, Shinoa. I would also want you to bring Albus back here. Of course, if you couldn't, I would understand. Understood. Our hope goes with you, Shinoa. May Ecclesia bless you. Crouch down to check for treasure in the earth. What does that mean? Doink. It's like, yes, go, I will see you again. Hello there. Did not expect to see you so soon. Yeah, the scrolling works out really well this time. In the previous Castlevania Advance Collection, the scrolling rate was real funky, and it would sometimes seem a little choppy because of it. So I'm glad they fixed that in this collection. It was kind of one of the bummers about the way the Advance Collection turned out. You know, still playable, but you definitely notice sometimes when the refresh was having a little trouble. At least that's how it was on the Switch. I don't think I ever bought the Advanced Collection on the PC. Yeah, it follows all the same conventions as what we would expect from the adventure versions of Castlevania. Yeah, the controls are really good. Emulation seems good as well. So yeah, I look forward to actually going through all these games and playing through them. I don't think I ever played through this one, so this will be like a new experience for me. Create an attractive magnetic field. Press right button to adhere to nearby magnets with the Magnus Glyph. You can pull your character with a control pad. Okay, it's demoing. I was like, why is it not doing what I think? Release the right button to send Shinoa flying in the opposite direction. With this glyph, you'll be able to get to normally inaccessible locations. They can also be used to dodge attacks in combat. Alright, I guess you guys get the idea. Let's check out the rest of the games. Like I said, this is just kind of a brief preview, and we will play these games individually. Alright, Portrait of Ruin. Alright, these are the normal options from the DS version, so don't expect that to be any different. Use the stylus to draw and B to go back. Oh yeah. (1944). The world is in chaos. The Second World War has claimed millions of lives, leveled cities, destroyed nations. The soul of the war's dead blanket the planet, lost, hurt, and angry. Their anguish summons an accursed castle of legend. It has appeared many times throughout history, bringing with it evil and darkness. The castle of Dracula, the Lord of Darkness. It arrives in mankind's darkest hour to punish us over the brink into ruin. That whip, there's no mistaking it. You're Jonathan Morris. Good eye, and you are? Ah, forgive me, I am Vincent Doran. By order of the church, I have been awaiting you. To think that the master of the legendary vampire killer would come here. A blessing indeed. Too bad he can't actually use it. Charlotte, can't you even pretend to play along for once? Well, that's the truth, isn't it? You can't lie to a priest. What? Are you suggesting that whip is a fake then? She's right. I can't use the vampire killer. This whip wasn't originally within my family. You've heard of the Belmont family, haven't you? Why, of course I have. They've used that whip for generations to destroy Dracula. And that family is related to the Morris family by blood. Been doing your research, huh? Unfortunately, the fact is, we're not the true successors. But hey, no problem. Or no problemo. I've won every battle till now without the whip. Not one loss. Not only that, I'm here too. Yes, I was wondering about that. You are? Well, excuse me. If you're from the church, then remember this. I'm Charlotte Allen. Charlotte. I've heard that name before. Charlotte. Oh, you must be the great magician everyone's been talking about. Great, you say? Unbelievable to think that she was a mere child. Oh, well, I mean, such a lovely young lady. You heard that, Jonathan? He called me lovely. So, anyway, Vincent, you had some business with me? Oh, yes, I do. I have been ordered to assist you in your quest. I brought potions with me, but, well, what? It's a matter of economics. You want us to pay you, right? Well, if you insist. Sure, no problemo. I think we can take care of that. You can take care of that. But more importantly, the castle. Is that really Dracula's castle? No one has seen Dracula thus far. However, the church insists that it is indeed Dracula's castle. No doubt about it, this castle is pulsing with dark magical power. I can't imagine it's anything but the castle of Lord Dracula that I studied in the books. Sounds like fun. Come on, better get going then. Charlotte? Right with you. Be careful. I'll search for a safe place. I'll meet you inside. Farewell. Let's see, switch the main character with Y. Call the partner with B and press again to send the partner away. Try pressing B to call your partner.
Jonathan.
Yes, fair. Hello. Throwing knives used by hunters. Push up and X to use. Consumes MP on use. Call partner with down and B and have the partner stand still on the spot. Fire burst of flame. Spells. I think it's okay. Slay the enemies when you attack them. If something's troubling you, it's important that we talk. I can handle things myself. I prefer it that way. Let's just both do our best. Alright, we can turn on or off the relics that we gain. Most of the time you leave them on. I don't think there are that many instances where you want them off. Okay, let us take a look at the last title. But so far so good. I mean, the scrolling's good, the controls are good. It's a shame that the screens need to exist at the same time, and that we can't like switch between them or something like that. But sometimes the gameplay requires that you use both the screens at the same time. So I can understand they're kind of in a rock and a hard place when you're trying to emulate something like the DS. All right, Dinosaur. Ever since the solar eclipse of 2035, my life has never been the same. It was then I realized that I, Soma Cruz, am the rebirth of Dracula. I was in his castle, now sealed in the eclipse, that I learned the truth, that I possessed the power to seize the souls of my enemies. That evil power almost engulfed me, but my friends pulled me from the brink. About a year has passed instead, and I thought my troubles were over. Haha, are you serious? Yeah, and that's when Hammer decided to... Wait, Soma, can I ask you something? Yeah, of course, Mina. What's wrong? It's been a year since that all happened, hasn't it? Yeah, just about. And what was it called? You know, the ability to use the power of monsters? You mean the power of dominance? I lost it when we escaped Dracula's castle, remember? Remember? I know, but it's just that I get this terrible feeling inside. It's probably nothing. Look, don't worry, okay? This past year I haven't been able to use any of the powers I gained. And... You're Soma Cruz, aren't you? Yeah, and you are? You may call me Celia. And I'm here to see you're dead. Oh, I see they left the bad translations in here too. Okay. Come forth, my servants. I mean, that's part of the charm of the game, I guess. What? Mina, get back! Damn it. Of all the worst. Soma, you back off too. Mr. Aricado. Genya Aricado, the Guardian. You shall not interfere. Not with my croissant hair. A barrier. Quick, Soma, use this. We got the Robones. Bullet type. Tactile Soul. Press up and X to use it. Whoop. Armor Knight. Attack with Spinning Spear. Guardian type. Tactical Soul. Use right button to use. Consumes MP while in effect. Just kicking it with my golem friend. Golem, raise strength. Enchant type, tactical soul. Takes effect when equipped. Does not consume MP. Soma Cruz, I shall see your demise. That is certain. Using whatever means. Wait. Save your energy. You won't catch her now. Damn it. Soma, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. But that power, it returned. Articado, what's going on? The power didn't return. It was always with you. You just never had the need for it since you fled the castle. And that set free all the souls that you had gained dominance over. You mean I couldn't use the power because I wasn't dominating any soul? Anyway, who was that woman? She seemed to know you. Celia Fortner. She's the priestess of a new and rapidly growing cult. We suspect she was up to something, so we've been keeping tabs on her. But why would something like that come after Soma? They want to resurrect the Lord of Darkness. Like some sought to do with Dracula. I guess they don't like the fact that I didn't become the Lord of Darkness. Not only that, they intend to create a new lord by eliminating you. Eliminating? But Soma, you don't need to get any more involved with this. Let us deal with it. Oh, you're doing a great job so far. Yeah. That woman. She said she would see my demise. Soma. Several days later. So, the cult's base is here. Hammer's info wasn't so iffy after all. Yeah, you doubted my word. Hammer? What are you doing here? What, are you dense? Who told you about this? Who told you about this place? Wait, it was me. Well, yeah, but... Hey, you got your mind on doing something wicked, huh? I want in, buddy. And hey, what happened to that pretty little lady? You remember, right? You mean Yoko? She's not coming. In fact, I haven't told a soul. Huh? She ain't coming? Well, why not telling her at least? Oh, this game, man. Oh, man. Well, since I'm here, I'd better make the best of it. I guess I'm back in business, and you're my customer. Hammer, look, I'm saying this for your own good. You really should leave. Can't do that, I'm afraid. I know when someone's in trouble, and I'm not just gonna leave you here. Okay, I appreciate it. I'll scope out the area and find a spot to set up shop. See you around. Man, why wouldn't he just tell her about this? Now that I'm going back to these, either I've totally forgotten about these games or I've never played them. I could have swore I played this one, though. Fox armor. Yeah, there's a little flicker in the background there. I don't recall that being in the original, but maybe just some artifacts of the scaling. Huh? Those two. Oh, Soma. Yoko, Julius, what are you two doing here? Funny you should ask that. We got wind of this cult from a tip by Avocado. I'm investigating with Mr. Belmont. I'm sure you remember him, the hunter. Soma, please understand. If the darkness draws you in, I have no other choice but to destroy you. Yes, I know. And there's no reason for you to be here. That's right. You're only putting yourself in danger. That Celia woman. Celia? I think it's Celia. Not only was she after me, she tried to harm Mina too. I'm not going to stop until I find her. You're determined, I see. Then I have nothing more to say. Wait, Julius. How can you just say that? You barely tried to convince him. I'll be going now. Wait a second. I'm coming too. No, Yoko. You stay. We'll need a contact here, just in case. Hey, wait. You can't just... Men, they're so selfish. I bet you have no intention of going home either. Well, fine then. Here, take this. And this is? A magic seal. Magic seal? The cult leaders appears to create gates that draw the power of darkness. Monsters exposed to that power are said to be invincible. So how am I supposed to destroy them? That's where this magic seal comes in. Want to practice using it? No, that's okay. Oh, well, that's fine then. Oh, one more thing. You can practice drawing a magic seal anytime. If you're not sure how to do it, you should definitely practice. Got it. A magic seal activates on its own when it's needed. Give it a try and see. Okay now. Let's go, Soma. Huh? Go where? It's a dead end here. Only Julius could get in from somewhere like this. We should go back and find a different way in. Alright, if we have to. There's no shelter from the rain and wind here either. Will you escort me? Sure, of course. Thanks. Let's go. Yeah, again, scrolling's really good. I said it's got that kind of weird flicker in the background there, but maybe just this one stage. This door, it looks like you'll need a magic seal right away. Most likely you'll need a magic seal to finish off the monsters in here. Just be calm and focus. I'll be waiting here. No problem. Ah, that's it. Game over. Okay, so why don't we stop it there? This is meowmurai. You've been watching Castlevania Dominus Collection running on PC. Again, you can get this on the Switch and the PlayStation 4 and 5. I didn't see it on the Xbox Store, but maybe it's not quite there yet. I'm not really sure what's going on the Xbox side. So yeah, these are well done. They're well emulated pieces of software. Again, they did fix the errors with the scrolling that we had in the Game Boy Advance collection that we had a year or two back. And I think these are, overall more well done. Although if you're looking at the PC side, I mean, it is missing some options. We don't get any filters or anything of that nature. So it is strictly just the games and some content, some artwork and the ability to have a playlist. But overall, if you've never played these games, then you're in for a treat. Since these kind of games really, Castlevania itself is not really a series that's active anymore, and these kind of games, we get a fair number of them on the indie side, on the PC side, but not a whole lot of them that have this kind of quality on the console side. So definitely check it out. And the good thing is that it's $25 USD, but you get three games, really good ones, and then you get the original Haunted Castle, which, that's just a bonus in there. So I wouldn't really count it in the overall price of the package. So yeah, check it out. We will be playing all of these games individually in their own little playlists as time goes on, and I know we're gonna have a good time. These are all really solid games. The emulation's really solid. The controls are good. And, they did find a way to get the touchscreen controls in there. It's a little funky, but, I don't know how else they would have done it. So I think pretty happy with it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.